So, this is a bitch, are you serious? And this is based on an incident that happened a few months ago. I've never, ever talked about this on any of my videos, and I've only discussed it with a few people in my life. And I decided that I wanted to share it with you guys simply because of the fact that it kind of came back up when I saw a certain person. So this happened back in, I want to say February, long before the Molly the Main situation even happened. See, this happened right before the Molly the Main situation. Like, I had a lot of crazy things happen to me at work before, and this is one of the biggest things that stands out. This stands out more so than the whole near attack from Molly the Maid. And I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. Because I just wanted to, because I feel like you guys are my people. Y'all are my friends. Y'all are my family. Y'all have been supporting me for 4 years. Y'all really be here for me. And I feel comfortable talking to y'all. So I really want y'all to leave comments under this video. I really do. I'm not the type of person to beg for comments, but I really want y'all opinions on this right here. But this is basically a what the fuck moment of my life. Although it happened a few months ago, I still want to talk about it. It happened like 9 months ago, so let's just get into it. So one day, I was at work. As everyone knows, I work at Dollar General Market, and it was like an hour or so before it was time for me to go home. It was like a Sunday afternoon. It was kind of cool outside and everything like that. Because, here in Mississippi, the coldest months that we get is probably December, January, and February. So it was cold as fuck around that time. So, I had been working there for a month and I was still getting to the hang of things or whatever. And this guy came into the store. Never met him, never seen him before a day in my life. This is my first time ever meeting him. And working in customer service, you get to see a lot of different people. People that you've never really seen before. And then when you get used to seeing them, they get used to seeing you and they know you and they, becomes one big happy family. So, I want to say, back to the story, this guy came into the store and he asked me to find two things for him. He wanted to know where the corn syrup was, and he wanted to know where some flat pans was, to bake shit with. I showed him exactly where the corn syrup was, or whatever, and then, I was being my nice, because before I started working in retail, I had this attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the first one to admit that I had a bad attitude and still kind of have one. But it's since I worked in retail and customer service, it's kind of curved it because I know that certain situations don't have a cause for reaction. So I was just doing my job. I was being nice or whatever, and then he asked me where the flat pants was, and I showed him. So every time I got ready to walk away, he had asked me where something else was. I kind of felt like, okay, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, what the fuck he keep? You know what I'm saying? Like, something was going on in the back of my mind. Like, this motherfucker is weirding me the fuck out just a little bit. But okay. So he asked me where something else was, and I showed it to him. And before I got to walk away, he started asking me certain questions. He asked me how old I was, and I was like, I'm 24. I think that was right before my birthday, or was it after? I don't know. But I was like, I'm 24. And he was like, cause let me take that back. That wasn't February. That was March, because that was like the week. No, it was late February. So I had to tell him I was 25. That was late. That was late February, not April. Late February. That was right before my friend's wedding. So, and 2 weeks before the incident, yeah, that was late February. My bad. So like, I'm 25. I said I just turned 25. And he was like, oh, okay, so are you from around here? And I'm like, yeah, I'm born and raised here. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. Is there anything to do here for, like, I'm thinking that he's just asking me certain questions just because he's not from here, because he stated that he wasn't from here. So he was like, where do you guys go to have fun and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, in this town, there's not really much to do here because it's so small. And there's still, it's not really much to do. So we have to drive like 15 minutes out to go to the next city, to go to the mall, to the movies, little stuff like that. blah blah blah. And I said, to clubs and everything like that, all that is like 15 minutes away, 15 20 minutes away. That's what we have to do, because it's not really much to do here in this town, because yeah, we just got a Walmart, for God's sakes. Everybody should have a Walmart by now, but our city just now getting one. We used to have to drive like 15 minutes out the way just to go to fucking Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So we still on trying to come up. So I was just telling him about certain things, because he said he wasn't from here, and I thought that I was just doing my duty as a customer service person to tell him, what the business was. So he started to come on to me and stuff, and he asked me what was I about to do, and I'm like, well, I get off of work. Well, I said, well, I'm getting off of work in like an hour. I think I was getting too comfortable. That's the first mistake. So I was like, I'm about to get, I said, well, it's Sunday, and I'm not about to do nothing but go home and go to work. I'm just talking to these, when I talk to people at work, that's coming in and out, I talk to them just like hell. I've been knowing them for years. That's what I do, just to make them comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I could be easy going. So the guy gave me his number, and he would not tell me his name. I asked him what his name was, and he said his name was Good. Now let me tell you this: the guy looked like he had to be in his late 30s, early 40s. He had a good grade of hair, and he had brown eyes. He was cute. He gave me his number. Didn't really give a fuck about that. He asked me where the bathroom was, and I said, okay, the bathroom is that way. I had to go to the bathroom anyway, so it really didn't matter. That's why I kept trying to walk away from him, because I had to piss like a damn racehorse. I had to piss really, 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 really bad. I had to piss. So I walked away and I went to the bathroom. So I go in the bathroom, I take my piss, and I'm washing my hands. And as I'm washing my hands, I'm looking down, washing my hands. And then out of nowhere, I feel this hand grab my ass, like grab it, and I turned around and it was him, and I was like, what the hell are you doing? And me being goofy as hell, I was laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a goofy motherfucker. I was laughing my ass off, because I could not believe that he was doing that. And so he was like, has anybody been hitting this, blah blah blah, has anybody been doing this, has anybody been doing that? And I'm like, no. And why? You know what I'm saying? So he talking about I should be the one to do it. And I'm like, nah, man, I don't know you like that. Nah, dude, like, whatever. So I'm trying to walk away, and he blocks me. Like, he stands right in front of me, and I can't get away from him. Like, every time I walk to one side, he moves over right along with me. So next thing you know, he grabs me and stick his tongue in my mouth, and then I push him up off of me, and then I try to leave out of the bathroom, but then he pushes me back, and I was like, dude, like, what are you doing? And he opens up the stall, and he was like, go in the stall with me. And I was like, dude, no, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going no stall with you, dude. I don't know you like that. And if I did know you, I'm not going to no motherfucking stall with you. Then I'm at work, you got too much going on. So I tried to just bow out gracefully and walk the fuck out. And I tried to walk out, and he stood in front of the door. And this is where I become intimidated. Now, Scotty is not the type of person that's intimidated by too much. You can't never say, no one can ever say that I'm scary, and no one can ever say that I'm intimidated. I'm not intimidated by anything. The only thing that would scare me is if you put a rattlesnake out in front of me, or if I'm out and somebody pulling out a gun. Because at the end of the day, I talk a lot of shit, and I can back up my shit, but I'm not about that gun life. If you hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. We can fight. I might lose the damn fight, but it really don't matter. I don't give a fuck. I live to fight another day, or I just take that ass whooping and move on with my life. But if you pull out a gun in front of me, I don't give a fuck. I'm running for my life. I don't give a damn. I don't play that. I'm not about that gun life. I'm not about that bullet life. Never carried a gun. Don't never want to touch no gun. That's just what it is. And with a snake, I'm just scared of snakes, period. So those are the two things that will intimidate me. Nobody else intimidates me. So when he stood in front of that door, I got intimidated. And honestly, I didn't know what was about to happen to me. My first thought was, am I about to get raped at work? You know what I'm saying? Like, is this about to happen to me? Because that felt like a damn Lifetime movie. This didn't even feel like some shit that happened on a daily basis. This felt like some Lifetime ass shit. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what the fuck is, what the hell? So I get intimidated. Off the rip, I get intimidated. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Intimidated like hell. So, I'm like, he started walking up towards me and shit, and and he grabbed me again, and he begs me to go in the style, like he kept begging me to go in the style with him. I'm like, I'm not going no damn style with you, dude. Like, what part of I'm not going in the style with you don't you understand? So I try to push him off of me, and I weigh every bit of 127, and he was kind of bigger than me, so it was a struggle. So I pushed him up off of me, and I ran out the bathroom, and I just started coughing. I was like, oh my god, like three of my coworkers were like, Scotty, what's wrong with you? Scotty, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. I didn't even want to talk about it. I was just that startled by the whole situation, like startled by it. So I try to walk off, and the lines get long, and they call me to the front, and I come to my register, and he's the first person I have to ring up. Talk about awkward and nerve wracking. I was like, oh my god. I didn't even look him in the eye. He didn't look at me. He didn't even say nothing. So he walks out of the store, and then I ring up the rest of my customers, and I just come to my coworkers, and I told them about it, and it was like, why you didn't scream? Why you didn't scream? Like, why you didn't scream for help? And at that time, you know what I'm saying, I was telling them, I was like, honestly, I didn't scream because I wasn't intimidated at first. You know what I'm saying? Like, nothing really intimidates me like that. So it wasn't like I was this scared ass puppy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of it all, I felt like I could conduct myself, and I could handle myself, and I didn't need to scream for shit. And I just feel like screaming is like a bitch move as far as a man's concerned. So of course I didn't want to scream. But when a nigga trying to take your manhood away from you, and you not asking to get your manhood taken away from you, that is a different story. And when I tell you that shit kind of scared the shit out of me just for a little bit, because I have never in my life ever had that happen to me. Like, of course, there was a situation where I was walking down the street one night, and a nigga had stopped the car and said, if you keep walking around here like that, you gonna get snatched. And my ass was like, who the fuck gonna do it? You know what I'm saying? He drove out. That little shit like that. But I have never had no one that came at me so aggressive and grabbed me and stuck a tongue in my mouth and tried to get me going stop it. No. You know what I'm saying? So I've never seen a man again. That was like 9 months ago. I never seen a man again until last week. I was at work, and I was at the register, and one of my homegirls that worked with me asked me for a key. And I was like, okay. I turned around, and as soon as I turned around, I looked and I saw them brown ass eyes, and that was him. I could have fainted. When I saw him, my hands was like this. I'm like, oh my god, 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 oh my god. And then I was like, oh my god, Jesus. I was fucking up folks' receipts and shit. Like, I couldn't think until he left. And when he left, I told my homegirl, I was like, that's the guy I was talking about that tried to push up on me that time. And they was like, oh my god, that's why when you turned back around, when you gave me the key and you kept on ringing up your customers, he was like, trying to step over me to see, trying to look you in your face and shit. That's why. And I was like, right, that is him. And I said, I never thought I would ever see that man again, and I did. And we locked eyes, and I could not take it. And that kind of made me like, oh my god. And then, of course my coworkers make jokes and say you can't go in the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, make light of it. But that was some scary shit, and I had never in my life talked about it with anybody except for my friends. And then I told my mom about it, and she got mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is it? And my mother takes that shit seriously because she was a victim of rape and molestation. So when it comes down to someone trying to attack me sexually or something like that, she gets, with something like that, I never wanted to tell her that because of that situation, because of what she went through. So I never wanted to talk to her about that because that's just a touchy subject for her. It's a sore spot for her. Like, honestly, like she don't play that shit. So, but when I told her, she got very upset, and it is what it is. That's why she's so overprotective of us. Like, cause I'm 25, I'm gonna be 26 in like 2 months, and no, 3 months, and my sister just turned 24 like 2 months ago. And my brother's 14, so she's very overprotective of us just for that alone because of what she went through. So it's really, really crazy. But I just had to get that off my chest. Ever since I saw that man last week, that shit has been back on my brain again. So leave your comments below. I did not press charges. I didn't even know this man. Don't know his name or nothing like that. Had never seen him before a day in my life. But I seen him again, but he didn't say anything to me. But it is what it is. That shit was fucking with me ever since I seen that man again. So leave your comments. Now this is a video that you need to leave your comments on. But I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.